YouTube, what's going on? Wanye Visuals here on You Gotta Try This Food Reviews. And I got a story time Saturday for you guys. Story time Saturday. One more time. It is story time Saturday, and what I have in front of me is hot wings. These hot wings came from Christo's restaurant in Mystic, Connecticut. If you're ever in the area, I'm sure you will be. Many of you might know about it, or a lot of you might be coming in, traveling from different parts of the world. This is a very high tourist place. Christo's Pizzeria. No, not a pizzeria. What am I talking about? Christo's. They do got pizza there, but it's more of like a, you see, right here. Anyway, this smells amazing. I'm ready to dive in, but I do have a story for you guys, as I always do here on Saturday afternoons. Along with the hot wings, I also have onion rings and some marinara sauce to take it all down. This story is about the time I got bit by a dog. I got bit by a dog, guys. I did. But before I jump into the story, I'm going to get into a quick moment of prayer. And then we're going to jump right into it. Amen. All right, diving in. Let me go for the wings first. All right, so this story starts when I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old when I had my first job. I got my first job as a newspaper delivery person. So I'd wake up at like 4:35 in the morning just to get out to gather all the papers, to walk around my neighborhood that I lived in and pass out newspapers. 4th grade, 10 years old, hustling at 10 years old, bringing in money. Okay. I love this job, man. I can't think of a time that I didn't like the newspaper job. The only thing I can think of is maybe sometimes I didn't feel like getting up that early in the morning to do it, but I still did it. I mean, a few hours later I was in school anyway, 4th grade, so after it was just waking up a couple of hours before I was originally supposed to wake up. So I would do the paper route every single day, every day of the week before school. So one morning, let me back up a little. So since the neighborhood was well known, there was no problems in the neighborhood. My mom would let me do my route. I would walk the route by myself. I mean, I don't know what will cause her to allow a 10-year-old to walk the neighborhood by themselves to do newspaper routes, but I did. But the thing is, she wouldn't do it every morning. Like, some mornings she would get up and bring me. Most mornings she would get up and bring me, but some mornings she would let me do it by myself. And this morning happened to be the morning I got bit by a dog. So I didn't think nothing of it. I'm doing my regular route. I don't have to talk to nobody. I'm throwing papers in yards. I'm opening up doors and throwing newspapers inside doors, the normal newspaper thing. Well, a customer that I was delivering to decided to meet me at the door this time. Let me tell you, that was the wrong decision, because by the time he opened the door, he swung open the door, his dog must have literally been sitting there plotting probably every single day to get that chance to open the door. So, needless to say, he opened the door to grab the newspaper from me, and this, I don't forget what kind of dog it is. I want to say it was like a black and white dog. I think it was a lab. Yeah, it was a lab. It was a lab. It didn't even have white. It was a black lab. This fucking dog jumped up, latched onto my stomach, my belly, yo. I've been a big boy my whole life, so you can imagine when this dog just jumped up and grabbed me. Like, he literally grabbed my stomach and swung me around. So the dog's whole body just swung around. So it swung me around. I've never been afraid of dogs ever. Even after that incident, I've never been afraid of dogs. But in that very moment, I didn't know what to do. Like, the customer was just like, oh, I'm sorry. Grabbed his dog and went in the house and left me out there to go on about my business. 10 years old. Sent the 10-year-old off. Didn't even try to treat it or anything. Literally just got his dog off of me. Went back in the house and said, I'm sorry about that. And left me alone to finish the rest of my route. I did finish the rest of my route. But my mom was not having that one. I think at that point my mom, when I got back to the house, and I told her what had happened, she must have literally seen dollar signs light up after that. Because needless to say, after that incident, my 10-year-old self in 4th grade is out here going through lawsuits. So my mom filed a lawsuit. Man, I remember it like it was yesterday. We went inside a lawyer's office. And the lawyer just kept saying, oh, mind you, I had a big gash on my stomach. I had photos. I wish I had the photos still. I'm talking, this is like 25 years ago. I don't know where any of this stuff is, you know? So the lawyer just kept telling us, oh, we definitely got a case. You're gonna win big. We got this. Like, all right, cool. I'm 10 years old thinking I'm about to be a millionaire. I'm sitting at school looking at the clock like my mom said, any day now. Any day now. Because my mom told me, she said, when the lawyer calls, I'm getting you out of school early and we're going school shopping. We're going to buy you a whole bunch of clothes. Days go by, I'm still not getting out early. I just remember I got out at like noon that day. Like, I got a call, early dismissal. I already knew what it was. Sure enough, man. My mom was like, "You're going school shopping." But after the lawyer fees were paid and all that, I think we only ended up getting like $1,200. At least that's what my mom told me. But we did go school shopping. You know, it I remember getting clothes and everything, but to me it really, you know, it wasn't nothing. I was a kid. I was 10 years old, you know. I don't look at one thing about me. I don't even know, like, I don't know if I would be able to just sue somebody right now. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, of course, it's something like you know, if I don't know, like, I know there's a legitimate reason to sue, but I feel like there's a lot of people out here that are just like sue happy and want to just sue everybody, and I don't know, it's just not me. Not me at all. But yeah. So after the lawyer fees are paid and all that, it literally only ended up being like $1,000 to $1,200. That was it. But yeah, the owners of the dog, I just don't understand how they could just let a 10-year-old go off and finish a route like that. Like, again, I had a big gash on my stomach. My stomach was like a huge bruise with teeth marks and everything. Like, I just remember being a 10-year-old with paychecks coming in. You know what I mean? Like, legitimately showing my classmates my money that I just went out and earned. That alone was enough for me. You know what I mean? I never did ever let my guard down after that for dogs. Again, I'm not afraid of dogs, but every time I come across a dog that I don't know or I've never seen before, this story always pops up in my head. Damn dog jumping out and biting me in the stomach. I remember being the only person in class that had money. And you know, a couple weeks later, I want to say maybe like a month later that happened, my mom made me quit. She made me quit the job. She was tired of me giving her a problem with waking up early in the morning. I just remember, I remember my mom yelling at me, saying I'm done. She called up the job and said that I quit. Oh, I was mad at her for so long after that. I just remember her getting on the phone saying he's not coming in no more. He's giving me a problem with waking up early, so unfortunately he cannot make it into work anymore. I was mad. I'm a 10-year-old. Yeah, man. That was the time that I got bit by a dog. But that is not the only time I got bit by a dog. I actually got bit by a dog again back in 2019. Delivering pizza for Domino's. I guess I'll get into this story too while I'm at it. Delivering pizza for Domino's. I seen a bunch of dogs. It was nighttime. A bunch of dogs. I pull up to the house. A bunch of dogs come running out from the back. And they're barking. They're barking at me. They're barking. I mean, I'm like, what? Well, I gotta deliver the pizza. I can't just not deliver it. So I walk onto the porch. They follow me to the porch. And they're steady barking at me. Steady barking. But the owners are not coming to the door. They're not anywhere. They're not nowhere to be seen. The door's wide open. But I'm ringing the doorbell. And nobody is opening the door, but the dogs are steady barking and surrounding me at the door. So I'm like, oh, I'm figuring, okay, I mean, they let their dogs out. They must not be as vicious as they look, because who would let their dogs out knowing that the delivery guy is on the way? I'm knocking on the door. Ringing the doorbell, and one of them just decided to just, again, jump up at me and gnaw at my hand. He grabbed a chunk out of my hand, started bleeding everywhere. I could have even sued at that point. And that shows you that I didn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not in me. I'd rather make my money the legit way, you know? That's not to say that I never would. I'm just saying, there's a time and place. If it was that serious, then yeah, but it was like I was bleeding a lot, but I was able to stop it. You know, my boss, I went back to the store. You know, they're so money hungry that normally when you have problems at a house, no matter what the problem is, if there's like any danger to the work environment, they're supposed to cut off deliveries and, you know, ask them to come in instead. No. He said no. He's seen the blood coming from my hand and everything. He said no. That's how money hungry they are. That they didn't even care enough about their employee to say, we're going to cut that house off for now until we figure this out with the dog. No. The owner of the dog, when that happened the last time in 2019, the owner of the dog ended up giving me like a $50 tip. Granted, it's only $50. It's still better than him sending me on my way, you know. So he did help me out he gave me a $50 tip. So I can't really complain on that end, but yeah, man, I got bit twice by a dog. No more. No more dog bites. I'm knocking one out this time. I'm telling you. That's it, man. That's my story for Saturday. Hopefully you're still here watching. I'll get better at these story times. It's gonna take a little bit, but appreciate you. I appreciate you for watching. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Leave some comments down below. Have you ever been bit? Do you know anybody that's ever been bit by a dog? Luckily, I didn't have to be chased. You know, no, I haven't not been chased. Every incident was like, whoa, hey, I'm here. You know, I'm not gonna run it off. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and stick around next week. I got a brand new story for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.